Hey folks, another episode of Taco Bonsai. In this episode, I'm going to do just a little quick repot on a couple things, or I should say, pot up on a couple things. Some of them won't be getting a new pot; they'll be getting the final planting angle. And you know what? It may be strange. I don't know if people do this, but every time I hear Tom at Grow and Clip Bonsai for seniors, I think about tea. Of course, he's talking about tea, and I actually kind of like the tea that I've got. It's kind of interesting, so I'm going to share that with you guys. That's why I've got the cutting board here, not my usual turntable. It's under there. I can still do it, but I really like my tea, so I'm going to show you how I do that. I am first going to grab my hot water. Nothing too crazy there. I get that out of the little box that gives me really nice hot water, and I use a steeper. I use loose leaf. First thing I do is I that right down in there, and I get a piece of cinnamon stick. So I usually break these into three. I'll throw the whole thing in this time. The sticks, they do pretty well. They don't, disintegrate immediately. And this is butterfly pea flower tea. Kind of like dandelions or something like that. It's nice. It's a nice tea. So, because I just washed my hands, I'm going to just take a handful of these flowers, dump it in there. And I let that steep for a while. It's herbal. It's, naturally decaffeinated. Was never caffeinated in the first place. So I'm going to let that steep and put that off to the side. See, I got that bowl, so I had to put it right down on top of my dirty bonsai turnstile there. All right, while that steeps, I'm going to get started on, well, this. Took the water out because I think it's time to pop this up. I can't recall who it was. It was probably Jay who said that these are root nodes. I can plant it and it'll grow roots. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this little pot here. Yeah, but I'm almost out of soil. So before I pop that up, I baked some of the soil that I had from before. I got a little bit left in the bin here. I'm going to take a look at the final planting angle for these. I'm not seeing roots coming out the bottom on this. This is a tray of planting. So I think this one is, yep, the final planting angle. This wouldn't be perfect soil for like a developed bonsai. For something young like this, it's just a stalk that was shriveled. I was afraid to touch that. Yeah, so that's just a whole bunch of not rooted, rotten. They were in there for a bit, and I don't need that many plants, so sometimes I give up on cuttings and just reuse the soil. You all kinds of stuff in here. There's a little millipede here. Probably gonna have to get rid of that guy. I don't know how they are in places like this. Oh yeah, there he is. Actually, no, that's not. That's a staple. Good thing I pulled that out. All right, that's all that is. Push that off to the side. Yeah, that was a failed experiment, but you know what? It's another pot I can use. This is the other tray of trying to root stuff. This one's still green, which is cool. I think that's a, what should I call it? I don't know. Yeah, that one didn't make it. I think that's one of my umbrella tree. I'm not sure. Yeah, these didn't really root. Not shocking. Doesn't even look like they tried. So, if I can figure out how to fast forward this, I won't make you guys sit through it all. But I think it'll go fast anyways. See, a whole bunch of empty, rotten, shriveled stalks. Now, some of this isn't the same kind of plant, so those might have rooted. I'll grab those last. First, I'm going to get all these things out that I don't think made it. And pieces of mulch. So again, I'm trying to make this quick. All right, now it's time to give this a shake. All right, So despite this being green, there's no roots on it. However, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, this is a heel cutting. No roots on this. No roots on this. Something in here is rooted, I thought. Don't remember what these even are. I thought I saw roots in here. Maybe not. No. Oh, did find this guy. Didn't know that was in there. This little condiment dish I used for trying to root a cutting in the past, although it doesn't look like it was successful. That's all right. It's another pot, technically. All right, so I think this may have roots on it. Maybe crepe myrtle. That would be why it rooted. But either way, it can't be a crepe myrtle. No idea what these are. No idea. Yeah. But like I said, even if they tried, they didn't make it by my standards, so they're going to go on trash. I got all the soil that's ready to go to pot up my my little money tree here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this off because I don't need it right this moment. Grab my container here and cut myself a little square. Let's see if this will work. I'll just use that. Good. All right, dumping my baked bonsai soil in there. It's probably not a perfect fit, but that's all right. It's close. All right. Pop this guy. Be very careful because this guy, very small container. I'll be putting that there. In order to do so, I've overextended myself here. I scoop down for a moment. Dragging noise. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, neighbors downstairs. I'm gonna grab some of this nice, rich soil and put it in here to hold it in place. I'm not going to wire it in. I know I should. Should probably do something to keep it more firm in here, but I don't know. I don't think this one's going to get bumped. Again, if I thought it was going to get bumped, I'd be a lot more careful, but I don't think this one's going to get bumped. So, better stuff. Another one. What's nice is I don't have to worry about forming the soil underneath of everything, although I'm trying not to press on the very sides of the tree there. I'm just kind of pressing it down, holding it in. So that is done, right? Fastest repot I've done to date. And I'm going to put this in the bathroom and empty this back into this right here. All right. That being all set, should grow real nice. No more repots today, but I did want to do a teeny tiny bit of work on my ash stump that was rescued from the garbage. It's got a lot of good, healthy growth. I'm not sure you can even see the top of it right now. A little better. We'll zoom out a little bit because this one is a little taller. There we go. All right. So you can see it's a lot of growth. The problem is most of this growth like this, it suckers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and get rid of it. And I'm going to try to use, smaller shears as much as I can. But it may be that I'm not able to do that. And forgive me if I start doing work where you can't see it. I'm going to try to be good about that. I'm going to zoom in a teeny tiny bit because really I'm just focused on the bottom. And I don't need to be all the way out there for that. All right. So already I can see right here. This is a little, think a piece of that box out. I probably should take that out. I don't want that to root anyways. All right, that's trash. We'll throw that away later. All right, you can see right here next to this rock. Now it's not next to the rock. I don't know where. This tree's a real mover. There's a little root sucker here, so I am going to go ahead and on that one take it out. Root suckers won't help me very much with this tree. This is a really big root sucker right here, so again, go in and oh, there we go. Cut that out. Now this is, could be a tree in and of itself. I'm really happy for all this growth, but it's not the growth I need. Moving around, this just barely isn't a root sucker, but there's a little root sucker right here you can barely see, so I'm gonna also on the back here, right in here. These are both root suckers, so I'm gonna cut them both off. First, this one here, which looks like it's already been cut. It's just the shape of that bud. And then this one right here, I'm gonna cut off. And that's, a good amount of the tree already done. There wasn't that many root suckers. I don't think this is growing anything, and it's so small. I'm gonna cut that off. It's not a sucker. Well, it is a sucker, just an older sucker. So I'm gonna come in, cut that off, keep it out of the way. All right. Low growth, low growth. Low growth is fine. What you might be able to see is this is just Sucker City right here. So 1, oof, and 2. The second one's right here. All right. So the idea wasn't to clean it up, but it was definitely to fix what was not right with it. Another thing that needs to be fixed is right in here. Not only do I have 2 growing from the same place, which is pretty characteristic, but this one is inside. Now, if I even choose to keep this particular one, I don't want that growth going there. I'd much rather keep this older, really woody, really nice trunk than that little one there. Also got a little one growing right here on its inside, so I'll take that off. And that may be just about it. I can't tell if this one's too low. It might be, but I can't tell. I'm going to leave it for now. You know what? There's plenty of other branches on there. I'm going to take it back and have it start going down if possible. So these are compound leaves. This is a leaf. So, branches are pretty clear like this, but there's no branching off of that. This is all just leaves. They do tend to grow nice and upright. I think I'd like to get them all kind of growing a little bit out and then up. No, this is coming off. I can't stand it. Not right now. It'll grow more. I just like to do that. So, yeah. Not terribly different. Not a whole lot of work, but needed to be done. Now all of my growth is up higher. There's some little low stuff down here, but I want to get a lot of vigor back into this tree, so I don't want to go too crazy. It does look like I'm getting some branching in here. Either it's growing so immensely dense that it looks like it. Either way, I'm really liking it. If I pull this out of the way, you can see I've got, oh, come on, get out of there. Got branch here, the branch here, the branches down here. So none of them seem to be really in line with each other very often, and that's good. Back just right here, I've got some that are kind of in line, but I'm gonna leave it. It's growing nicely. It's a real exciting thing for me. And best part is, I'll put the rock back in. Best part is, since that's all pruned up, I get to finish making my tea. So, first things first, I'm gonna put my cutting board back up because I like my tea with lemon. Put that there. Get myself lemon. I'm just using a little paring knife. I don't need to do anything crazy. I'm going to cut a wedge out of it. I know it's probably easier to cut it in half and blah, blah, blah. I don't like having that much surface area because I'm not going to use this lemon all at once. So nice little clean, the sharp knife. It's nice. That right there. And I also put a little bit of sugar in there. Now my sugar that I sometimes use is like regular sugar, but today I'm gonna do something a little different for you guys because I have the ability to do so. All right. Here's my tea. It's brewed up real nice. Something that's real unique about butterfly pea flower tea is its color. I'm not sure how visible that is. It probably just looks like nice dark tea. What's really nice about it is it is butterfly pea flower tea colored. And it's blue. You barely see it's blue. Hold it up maybe. Yeah, you can see it's blue. It's a brown glass blue tea. And one of the really nice things about it is a pH indicator. What that means is I can turn it more purple and sometimes even pink. You can already see the color change happening there. It's changing from blue to pink, which I think is really, really cool. Brown glass, so it's not as noticeable. And then I'm going to use, instead of honey or sugar, this is a honey fig syrup that I make. So I'm going to use some of this. And that is my nice pink butterfly pea flower tea to drink. So that's all for this episode. Comment, subscribe, like. Tom, I'm having a cup of tea, so cheers.